Hey guys, today I'm going to review the LEGO set 70172 AntiMatter's Portal Hideout. The set was released in June 2015, has 475 pieces and originally went for $70. So as with these newer reviews, I'm just going to go through the set and the minifigures along the way. But first, let's go over this awesome shark. This shark only came in this set, so there's an exclusive piece for it. I mean, not the molding, but the piece for it. You can move it up and down. You can actually fit a whole minifigure through it, technically. And I'll just take this guy out here from this cage, and you can legit just fit him inside the mouth full on with these arms. But yeah, basically you can fit him in there and kind of crush him. I'm sure you can probably lift this up. But there's a lot of room inside the mouth. There we go. So you can fit a minifigure in there and then spill him out. I only wish that they had a laser. He had a laser on his head as a robot shark, as a reference to the original Agent's theme. Instead of, this little antenna. And also it's a reference to Austin Powers, of course, but I love the fact that he has these, golden teeth on him. So it's a cool mold to get, and of course we don't get these kind of shark sizes that much. But I think we did get one in a more recent LEGO City set. But of course this is such a cool molding to him. So for the first minifigure, I also want to go over this cage part of the set. This is the main kind of platform for it. This is, Agent Salmar Blaze, and he's, I guess, the older guy. I don't know the characters too much of these, but it's this cage, and I like how they do these cages, especially because this one has these translucent purple pieces, and you basically just shove him in there and you can close it up. And you're able to hook it using this, and you can hook it through multiple parts here, and I guess a little light indicate that he's in there. And you can move this around, a lot of little ball joint pieces. Very loose though, but it still holds on. And also there's an under part of the platform where you can maybe stick the cage on there if you fit it real good. But you can maybe attach it like so. Very hard though, but you can eventually attach it on there. And of course there's a lot of little sections here. This is actually built up with a lot of Technic pieces and one main trapdoor function to it. Another one of these little dock areas has this cool minifigure whose name is just Shark, spelled with a Z at the end. He has one of these kind of harpoon gun pieces, and he also has this elaborate piece for his fin, which I like, but it's kind of oversized. He also has this awesome piece that was only used in the original Agents, and of course this cool face print and robotic kind of design to him. I love this helmet piece though, especially because I don't think we've gotten in gold before for these figures, at least not in a long time. So he's a cool figure to have. You can place him on this kind of turret where you can shoot out these discs. It comes with an extra one. You just shoot them out with a little ball port, and of course you can lose them easily. You can just swivel this around. Of course you gotta make sure this is kind of stuck on there. A little ladder to get on top of the dock, and these kind of big pieces here where you can just shoot them down like that. So for the top of the dock, there isn't too much on here. First, here's AntiMatter, who I guess is the main villain of this series. He has this cool staff piece with this little tech thing at the back. I don't know what that is. His face print is legit just white. It's just I think it's, apparently it glows in the dark, which is interesting, but it mostly is covered by this. I won't be surprised if it doesn't though. Probably isn't. The dust on him. But his cape is one of those older style capes. You can move him up and just a little bit of printing there. But I love the hood piece though that covers up the blank face. That looks awesome how they did that with the translucent purple with the hood. I like that a lot. And so on the top is just this little part where you can go on. There's a trap door where you just move this lever and it just slowly moves down. It doesn't friction well, but you can, I guess, slightly push it up, but it's kind of loose. You have these plans on printing, a little sticker there. This shows his world domination plans. There's a gas tank and then another little thing for how he uses the portal, where you can kind of just see another sticker. You can just take that off and on. A very simple structure, a lot of big pieces on there. Of course, the control panel. You have these two little, I guess, lasers, these flame pieces, which I think were only ever used in the 2012 Ninjago sets. So it's cool that they use those here. And then you have the main portal, which is just these hinged pieces circled around. But the portal, which is a print, you can take that out. I think it was used in the app. So you have these cool pieces, but they're only used you can activate stuff in the app. But I love the use of this portal piece. Only exclusive to the set. It looks awesome, and you can just easily put that on and off. And you can have that bent in the back. And speaking of the back, very bland, just some Technic pieces. for the structure of it. Some very big pieces, which is why even though this is $70, it was like 400 pieces or something. The final build of the set is kind of small. It is the boat for Max Burns, and what he looks like, you can take this out, and his figure is fine. He has this cool armor piece though, which you can put 2 weapons on. He has one of his blasters. He has no other facial expression, just this bland one, but he has this awesome helmet piece. And with the boat itself, not only does it have the control panels, you can another set of them on here to display them. You have 2 arms on the side, along with an antenna. Some cool engine pieces. This is just a stud shooter you can just take off, and you can even shoot it out. And this other side is, I think around this time, LEGO was obsessed with the spring-loaded shooters, and these were the ones that are attached to a rope. Sometimes this would work, so you just kind of, yeah, it doesn't really work too well unless you have the things kind of loosely done. I'll show you that again in a second, but you have this handrail here where you can attach that when you shoot this at the dock. I'm sure you can pretend to go on top of it, and you also have room on the rest of the boat where you can put the cage. So if you take the cage out and rescue him, you can just place it on here, pretend that you're like taking him home or something. Okay, so I fixed up this part. It's just this keeps latching off. I'm not really good with knots with these sets, especially because I have big fingers, but you can just fire it off and it actually kind of works. You can hook it on wherever. You can have the character kind of latched on like this and climb up. You just have to make sure this knot is on, of course. You can actually hinge this and kind of move it like a robotic arm of some sort. So overall, this isn't that overpriced, but it could have been a bit cheaper. I do love some of the pieces, and the minifigures are actually decent since one of them is exclusive and the other ones are harder to get. And of course, this is one of the last Ultra Agent sets. This theme was weird. I didn't like it as much as the original Agents, but there's some good sets. I actually didn't end up getting this set till like 2017 at Toys R Us, rep that place. But I got it for like $50, so I got it. It was on sale because it was about to retire or something like that. So I ended up getting it. It was a pretty good deal. So, and of course, I actually kind of like this set, so I wanted to review it. It's kind of an underrated set of mine. So thank you guys for watching this review, and see ya.